These are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay. Fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, and double honors, as always, to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone who were well and who taught us truth. Today's lesson will be entitled Jacob's Trouble. The most dangerous time in human history approaches. Jacob's trouble. The most dangerous time in human history approaches, somewhere along those lines, because as we just seen, it's entitled "The Time of Jacob's Trouble." Menazak Banyam 144. That's who originally uploaded the video, but then you had Shaquat Yashala who re-uploaded it. And where's it at? Right here, Menazak Banyam 144. Said 4 years ago as well. So we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble, and that is the worst time in history, and it approaches very quickly. So we got to make sure, speaking to myself first and foremost, that we are prepared for that day. And there's no way that you can prepare 100%, but we do the best that we can. That's why we're doing what we do right now. Going out on the highway and the byways, putting these videos up, keeping the commandments to the best of our ability, praying, fasting, studying, etc., etc., so that, Lord willing, we can be worthy to be saved from this hour of great tribulation. So let's just get that in Jeremiah that it was quoting or reading out in Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30 and we'll start at verse 5. Jeremiah 30 and 5, for thus say the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. So there's no peace coming to this society. Scriptures do say, as well in 1 Thessalonians 3 and verse 2, I believe. Might be 2 Thessalonians. Or was it 1 Thessalonians 5? Yep, 5 and 3. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So there's no peace coming to society. No tranquility, no safety, no security is coming to the society, but rather fear, trembling, death, destruction. This is what is coming to this society. Jacob's trouble is coming to this society, man. The most dangerous time in human history. And it approaches very quickly, very rapidly, man. So that's why we got to be prepared and do what is required of us from Yahweh Shem Yasai, so that, Lord willing, we can be worthy to be protected during that time. So it says again, back in Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30, verse 5, for thus said the Lord, Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. And then LT said, this is what the Lord Yahweh says, I hear cries of fear. There is terror and no peace. So that is what is coming to this society, man. Terror. Fear. Verse 6 back in the KJV. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Showing you that even the men, let me turn this off. Even the men that proclaim to be, these big badass dudes, these YNs, they think they all tough, and they gonna be crying like women giving birth, man. You know how women are wailing, screaming at the top of their lungs in pain, suffering, fear. Well, the men are going to be doing this too. Your LeBron Jameses of the world, your hardcore drill rappers, the YNs, they're going to be scared of shit that day, man. These tough guys. Verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That he is going into the elect of the nation of Israel. Verse 7 in the NLT, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in the end they will be saved. They is the elect of the nation of Israel. What does it say, though? In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. Jacob's trouble, the most dangerous time in human history, man. And it approaches very rapidly. It approaches very rapidly, man. And these individuals are not ready. They're not ready for what is to come. Daniel 12. And verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. What did it say, man? A time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. And then LT says, at that time Michael, the archangel, who stands guard over your nation, will arise. Then there will be a time of anguish greater than any since nations first came into existence. So we're talking about the worst time in history. Anything that you can think of since human history started is going to surpass all of that, man. The Crown 19, the slavery, the bubonic plague, whatever the disastrous event that happened within history, what we're about to enter into is going to far surpass it. The flood is going to be worse than that, man. A time like no other is approaching, man. So get ready, prepare. And you can't prepare carnally. You cannot prepare carnally for this. This is something that you can only attempt to spiritually prepare for. This is, and that's through the truth and through the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yasai. That's the only way that you can prepare for this. You can't prepare for it by calling on God and Jesus Christ. You can't prepare for it by calling on Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yeshua, Jehovah. You got to have the true names of Yahweh, of the Most High and His only begotten Son, which is Yahweh, who the word ignorantly and incorrectly calls God, and His Son's name, the Messiah, the Anointed, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his name being Yahweh Shai, who the word ignorantly and incorrectly calls Jesus Christ. And for Yahweh, it means Yah, He, Hawa is, exists. And Yahweh Shai, Yah, He, Hawa Shai saves, delivers. Those are the names that you got to call on and seek protection from in order to get, Lord willing, you're part of the elect. I'm part of the elect. Protected during that time, man. Because a lot of these Pookies and Ray Rays, the majority of them are not going to be saved, man. because they want to continue in wickedness and ungodliness and want to act and be like the so-called white man, the white woman. They want to be them so bad, man, that they're going to be destroyed with them. A time like no other is approaching, man. Jacob's trouble. The worst time in history approaches. And you got to be prepared for that, man. And the only way to prepare is through Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. The only way. Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. The worst time in history, man. The worst time in human history approaches. Esau is about to come down with great wrath, man. Very great wrath. Revelation 12. I ain't got this in a while. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the... Let's get in the NLT, man. Revelation 12 and 12 in the NLT. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who live in the heavens, rejoice. But terror will come on the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you in great anger, knowing that he has little time. Terror is coming to this society. Hard, perilous times is coming to this society. Death is coming to this society. Destruction, damnation is coming. Fire is coming to this society, man. Terror. Because the devil is about to come down with great wrath, man. He knows that he has a short time, but we're rejoicing. The elect is rejoicing because we know that we have to go through this in order to get to the kingdom. And we know that when these things come to pass, that brings us so much more closer to the kingdom. So we're rejoicing, man. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard, but we got to go through it in order to enter into the kingdom, as it says in Acts 14 and 22. Let's get this, and then I'm going to take off. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So they're not going to spare you, man. And the only ones who are going to get is going to be saved during that time is the ones with the mark of exemption, the Tawah, as it reads in Ezekiel 9 and 4. Verse 72, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of the houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So what? It says, verse 74, Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And the Lord is going to deliver those who is trusting in him. He's not saving Pookie, Ray, that's still eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, committing adultery, and not following Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, man. Driving damn Nissan Altimas and shit, man. It says, so what did it say? Then shall be known who am I chosen. So the Lord is about to bring forth this judgment, and then it's going to be known in that day who is the chosen, man. Jacob's trouble, a time like no other. The worst time and the most dangerous time in human history approaches. And what are you doing to prepare for it, man? Speaking to myself first and foremost. So I'm going to hit the road. And actually, I'm going to get that Ezekiel 9 and 4 because I wasn't able to get it yesterday. And then I'll take off. Ezekiel 9 and verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. When you get that word mark, Tawah, H8420, Tawah, mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. And those are the ones who are sighing and crying for the abominations that are being done in this wicked and perverse society. But what does it say in verse 5? And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshai isn't going to have pity on you. If you don't have that mark of exemption, there is no pity. There is no sparing. There is no mercy. There is no pity, man. Verse 6, Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. The Lord isn't playing, man. The Lord's done playing. The Lord is done, man. These people want to act like they are big and bad. Well, the Lord Yahweh Shemi Yahshua is about to show you who's truly in control. These individuals want to believe that they're in control, that they can do whatever they want. But then when Esau Edom comes around, then they want to try to put on a smile and a fake ass facade, man. Nah, keep that same energy when Esau comes around. Keep that same energy when Esau brings forth martial law. Keep that same energy when Esau brings forth his blessing, the sword. Esau is going to show you what his blessing is, man. He's going to show you that his blessing is a sword. And he's going to take advantage of his blessing, man. But you have Israelites who are not taking advantage of their blessing. What is our blessing? Our blessing is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But you have individuals who aren't taking advantage of that blessing. The only ones taking advantage of that blessing is the elect of the nation of Israel. And the rest of the Pookies and the Ray Rays, they're trying to they think that their self is the blessing, man. They think that then they want to try to think that Esau's blessing is their blessing, man. They get a little toy gun, a little switch. Esau laughs at that shit, man. Esau laughs at that. You got a switch? Okay, I got something for that. I got something for that. They got robot dogs. They got robots, man. They got artificial intelligence. They got everything, man. They about to show you what their blessing is. What they gave to you and threw out to you on the streets is just castaway shit that they don't use no more. They don't even want. They just played with that shit back in the 70s, man. Everything you got now, they been got over that shit. They been played that shit out. They about to bring out the big guns, man. The shit and shit you ain't never seen before, man. Esau's about to show you, man. That's why we need that protection. That's why we need that hedge. That's why we need Yahweh Shemi Yahshai, because we won't be able to get out of this by ourselves, man. Nobody. Because when you get into that Matthew 24, and when you keep reading, it says, and except those days shall be shortened, no flesh shall be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So if the Lord didn't shorten the days, and if the Lord didn't intervene, not even the elect will be saved. Because Esau's about to show you who the goddamn devil is, man. He's about to show you who's in control. You're not in control, man. Esau is the one who has the power. The Lord didn't give Pookie and Ray Ray the power of the earth, man. Lord didn't give no dreadhead nigga the power of the earth. He gave Esau the power, man. And Esau's about to show you the power, man. That's why we need a savior. That's why we need redemption. That's why you got to be humble and contrite and lowly in the times that we're in, because we are entering into very dangerous times, man. And the Lord Yahweh Shemi Yahshua is done fucking around with niggas, man. Scary times are approaching and scary times are here. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, and to the fold. And before I end it off, I'd like to give our praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakudash, and double honors as always to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, shalom.